Hi, it's Eric, and welcome back to the video conversation this week. The Minnesota delegation, congressional delegation, recently had the annual Hot Dish Contest Cook-Off. My Boundary Waters beef, bacon, and tater tot hot dish did not quite cut it. We didn't win, but next year we will be back. Now we're going to get to the questions, though. The first actually comes in from Stephanie in Minnetonka, and she writes in, Dear Congressman Paulsen, we are in the midst of a national epidemic. Each day, 129 Americans die from drug overdose, more than half of those from prescription drugs alone. It is critical that the House votes in support of H.R. 953, the Comprehensive Addiction and Recovery Act, a bipartisan bill containing a compassionate, comprehensive response to this epidemic. Now is the time to take action in support of saving lives and providing a comprehensive response. Sincerely, Stephanie. Stephanie, actually, thanks for letting me know of your support for this legislation. Across the country, both in inner cities, in the suburbs, and in rural towns, we have seen an opioid epidemic that has transformed from all these prescription drug challenges that we've had. And it's become a real problem now where also heroin addiction and heroin overdose has climbed dramatically. And it has impacted a lot of different communities in the suburbs, in our district, and throughout Minnesota, for instance. Good news is 18 different bipartisan bills, several of which I co-sponsored, passed in the House just recently. Strong support. It will identify certain targeted areas to make progress, including providing important resources and life-saving equipment for law enforcement, also giving important resources for substance abuse and treatment facilities, and then giving a more comprehensive look and oversight of what is needed to address the prescription drug opioid epidemic in general. Next up is the phone call that I got from Dan in Mound, and actually Dan called into the office asking about any recent legislative efforts that we've had out in Washington regarding law enforcement and our first responders. And Dan, I'll just thank you for taking the time to call. First of all, we just finished National Police Week, a good chance to honor the men and women who serve in uniform, law enforcement, first responders, etc. We did pass several important initiatives that are important to law enforcement. One of those initiatives that just passed that I co-authored is the Bulletproof Vest Partnership Grant Program. Provides a lot of life-saving, protecting bulletproof vests to police officers around the country. Passed with bipartisan support. The other initiative, thankfully, that we passed just recently with pretty much unanimous support was my legislation to give additional tools to law enforcement that will allow making sure that we have more tools for law enforcement to get missing and abducted children by getting a social security number that's tied to a tax record when a child goes missing who was kidnapped by a relative. I want to thank everyone that took the time to call with your questions. Please continue to share your thoughts, your ideas. Thanks also to everyone who took the time to come to my Congress on Your Corner event in Bloomington recently. Great Congress on the Corner, mini town hall meeting. Getting your feedback allows me to more effectively represent you. Stay in touch. You can get me on the website, paulsen.house.gov, and have a great weekend.